Hello, and welcome to Beyond American Shores, where Japanese toys are seen and heard. In 2001, it became a tradition that Kamen Rider would have its own summer movie. The current one, of course, being Kamen Rider Faiz. Everyone, Uchukita! On top of that, for each and every single movie, there would be an exclusive rider or form that can only be seen in the movie. Most of the time, the riders are actually villains. Today I'll be taking a look at one of these villains from a line that's not around anymore. As I have the Souchaku Henshin Kamen Rider Orga from the Kamen Rider Faiz movie Paradise Lost. Alright, the packaging for this figure is pretty basic. On the front of the box we have a small window that shows the figure inside. I like how on the left side it has half a picture of the figure, kind of looking like a before and after picture, which I will get to that later. On the right we see a helmet shot of the figure. On both sides we see two different pictures of Kamen Rider Orga, one of the Souchaku Henshin figure, and one of the actual rider suit. On the back we see different pictures of the figure, the contents, and also there's a biography of the rider at the bottom. Here we have Souchaku Henshin Kamen Rider. Oh, yeah, I should probably explain why the figure looks like this when you get it out of the box. This will also explain what the Souchaku Henshin line is all about. For those who don't know, the Souchaku Henshin line started back in the year 2000. At the time, it was the main figure line for the show Kamen Rider Kuga. It was the figure line that you have to attach the armor onto the figure, so when you get it out of the box, it's not complete. This line has done each Heisei Kamen Rider series up to Kamen Rider Kiva, and also some show riders as well. Even also having figures from the Metal Hero series, specifically the 3 Space Sheriffs. So let's put on the armor of this figure. Building montage! Okay, now here we have Souchaku Henshin Kamen Rider Orga. Each of the rider names from Kamen Rider Faiz are all based off of the Greek alphabet. For example, Faiz is based off the Greek letter Phi, and here, for instance, Orga is based off of the last letter of the Greek alphabet, Omega. This figure looks fantastic. The detail is very spot on to the suit design. The armor is actually pretty cool as the chest armor, belt buckle, and feet feel like it's made out of metal. The cape and robe are made out of a bendy plastic. This is actually a good idea, because if it was made out of normal plastic, it would drastically limit the figure's articulation. This figure has done well when it comes to the details. The articulation is actually okay. The arms can rotate 360 degrees, shoulders can move up and down, the arm can twist 90 degrees, the hands can be opened and closed, the head can only move left and right because of the helmet, the legs can move forward, they can somewhat split, but is limited because of the robe. However, the robe can be taken off. The legs can twist at the kneecap, and also bend. The feet can twist 360 degrees, move up and down, and tilt from side to side. The articulation is okay, but somewhat limited by the armor. Orga comes with a holster for his main weapon, the Orga Slanzer, also known as the Sword of Hades. This figure comes with two versions of this sword. One that can be put in the holster, and the actual sword. Both actually have really good detail, and you can see that everything on it is painted well, and it actually looks good with the figure.
This figure is 5 inches tall. So for size comparison, I brought in a red Ninja Storm Ranger figure from Power Rangers Ninja Storm, a Final Form Ride figure of Kamen Rider Decade Complete Form, and also SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Ichigo. Of course, Kamen Rider Orga is on the same scale with other Souchaku Henshin figures, but it's also the same size as a Final Form Ride figure and the Power Ranger figure. However, it's a little shorter than an SH Figuarts.
This toy is actually pretty good. The detail is good, the articulation is okay, and the weapons actually look really good on this figure. Final verdict on the Souchaku Henshin Kamen Rider Orga, I give it a good. Even though this line isn't around anymore, the Souchaku Henshin line has 2 successors. The first one is the basic figure lines that are around today. For example, the Final Form Ride series from Kamen Rider Decade, and the Forze Module Change series from Kamen Rider Forze. The other line is the SH Figuarts line, as that line more focuses on quality rather than adding a gimmick like transforming the figure into something else. After all, you can't spell SH Figuarts without Souchaku Henshin. Well, I'm the Tokutori Reviewer, and see you guys on the next Beyond American Shores. Reviewer out!